Jay Marantatu. Hello and welcome to Celtic Roots Radio, coming to you today from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Celtic, folk, folk rock, Appalachian, bluegrass, Scottish, Irish, Breton, Cajun. If it's Celtic or roots music you like, you'll find it here on Celtic Roots Radio. Bunch of guys from Oklahoma, USA. They call themselves Throwed Together, with a bluegrass version of the Eagles song, Take It Easy. Well, this show is certainly getting popular. The Celtic Roots podcast exceeded its monthly bandwidth allowance in 2 weeks this month, so we've had to go pro to get enough bandwidth. We now have close to 8,000 subscribers around the world, and the show is being listened to in 24 countries. I mentioned most of them last week, but I left out Australia. And now we have listeners also in Denmark, Austria, Hungary, Israel, United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Peru, Hong Kong and China. If you're on Facebook, you can join our Celtic Roots Radio group and leave a message there, or you can email me, Raymond at CelticRootsRadio.com. Don't forget to check out our main website, CelticRootsRadio.com. All the artists' songs and albums info is there. And you can also check out our hosting site on Podomatic. That's CelticRootsRadio.podomatic.com. This show costs us a bit of money now to produce, so if you're enjoying it, why not drop us a few dollars on either of those websites? It will help us to keep on producing these shows for you. Right, back to the music. We mentioned Hong Kong and China a minute ago. We have about 50,000 Chinese people living here in Ireland, north and south. We even have a local Chinese MLA here in Belfast. So ni hao, or li ho, to our listeners out there. Habo ha. But there was a time when people here didn't really understand Chinese food and chopsticks and all that. We were just used to fish and chips back then. So here's a Rodney, Cordner, Jean-Pierre, Rudolph song about the first Chinese restaurant opening in Portadown, County Armagh. It's called Fiddlesticks.
A new place opened up the town. Feeling hungry, I went down. They all spoke funny, their eyes weren't round. Give me a 93, please. I ordered peas and fish and chips. To eat it, they give me chopsticks. Says I to them, fiddlesticks. Me hands will all get sticky. They asked me what's a fiddlestick and said they'd heard of a hockey stick. I said no, don't be getting thick. Pours me knife and fork, please. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Me appetite has left me. Hung upon the wall, a little lady not too tall, on a bridge by a waterfall, and a dragon on her shoulder. I asked for salt and got soy sauce. I says I want to see the boss. Your eating house, it's a dead loss. I'm going to the chippy. So they give me a sauce and burnt me lips. Says I, is this how you get your kicks? Any more of the sunny bicycle clips? Hey, you know, tomato ketchup. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Me appetite has left me. They asked me, did I want a drink? Before that I could blink or think, I got something from the sink and I rushed off to the toilet. Well, give me chips with everything, chicken curry and chow mein, sweet and sour and onion rings, and soak it all in vinegar. And as fiddlesticks to your old chopsticks, I've had enough of your silly tricks. I'm off to Max to get a fix and lubricate me gullet. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, fish and chips, get a fix. Me appetite has left me. Skid idle diddly 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 idle diddly. Me appetite has left me.
Last show I promised we'd talk a bit more about the different Irish accents. Remember I said there wasn't just one Irish accent but a whole clatter of them, depending on what part of the country you're talking about. So where better to start than here in Belfast? Well, for a start, people who live in the city don't even call it that, it's Belfast. And people from Belfast talk a wee bit different now. For instance, that word now seems to come up in every other sentence nearly. Are yous alright now? Och, isn't that a pity now? Och, come on now, catch yourself on. See what I mean? Och, by the way, is just the Irish word for but. You know, like French people say, mais non, je ne parle pas un mot de français, which means I don't speak a word of French. And that's another phrase we use a lot. You know, I was just thinking the other day. You see, we don't say other, or brother, or father, or mother. It's bror, more, far, aye? And no bore too, instead of no bother. I had a Canadian friend over a few months ago and we went into a pub for a few minutes just to get directions. Honest. When we came out again, he admitted that he hadn't understood 3/4 of what had been said, including what I'd been saying. We also have this ability in Belfast to talk for quite a while without saying very much. For example, there you are now, where are you? Or I say like, you know what I mean, like, you know? Or we relate a conversation. So I says to the brother, like, you know, like, what are you going to do, like, you know? And like our cousins over in Scotland, we use the word we, meaning small, a lot. People in the south of Ireland don't say we at all. I remember being over in Liverpool in England, years ago now, and an English girl asked me if I would like sugar in my tea. I said, I want a wee taste, please. There was a reasonable silence, and then she asked me again if I would like sugar. When you go out to pay for your petrol in the garage, the wee girl will always say, put your wee number in, love, and then, take your wee card out now. It's quite normal for a man to say to a woman who's a complete stranger to him, "Och, are you all right there, love?" We tend to be much more familiar with strangers than, say, English or German people. The person behind the counter will say, "Are you getting there, love?" Or "Are you all right now, dear?" Another thing we do quite well is sarcasm. When we're a bit sceptical about something we've been told, we say, "Aye, right," meaning we don't think it's right at all. And the word right has other uses. We'll say, "It's right and warm in here," or "It's brave and cold today now," both words meaning quite. If the weather's good, we'll say, "That's a right sort of a day now." Or if someone's got a new car, we'll say, "That's a brave decent motor you're driving now." Oh yeah, we drink water, spread butter on our toast, and when we've been sick, we'll hopefully then get better. I mean, people have actually written whole series of books about how we talk in Belfast and Northern Ireland in general. We'll educate you a wee bit more in the next show. Alright now, here's an unusual bit of rocky music from Quagmyre. It's called 74. Here's a very popular song. There are several versions of this Steve Earle song. This is Sharon Shannon with Mundy and Galway Girl.
I took a stroll down the old long walk on the day I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a grand soft day and I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? Because her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl down to Salthill Pond with the Galway girl. Well, halfway there when the rain came down on the day and she took me up to a flat downtown on a grand soft day and I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? Because her hair was black and and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I gave it a twirl, and then I lost my heart to a Galway girl. I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I asked you, friend, oh, what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? See, I traveled around, I've been all over the world. Boys, I never seen nothing like a Galway girl. Hey!
Well, we've got a wee mix of tunes for you now, all the way from Croatia, would you believe? We get around the world on this show, don't we now? There's a band called The Slip, playing live. You'd almost think you were there at the session. The tunes are Inisheer, The Slow Air, and two reels, Langstern's Pony and The Gravel Walk. another song now. This is Gallus and Sail Away Ladies.
Whenever I get my new house done, sail away, ladies, sail away. I'm gonna give my old one to my son. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, I'm a-going away in the morning. Well, I chew my tobacco and spit my juice. Sail away, ladies, sail away. I love old Nancy, but it ain't no use. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, I'm a-going away in the morning. Well, come on, girls, and go with me. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Let's go back to Tennessee. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, I'm a-going away in the morning. Well, I got me a letter from Shiloh town. Sail away, ladies, sail away. It said St. Louis is burning down. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, I'm a-going away in the morning. I get my new house done. Sail away, ladies, sail away. I'm gonna give my old one to my son. Sail away, ladies, sail away. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, I'm a-going away in the morning. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, don't you rock 'em, daddy-o. Don't you rock 'em, daddy-o, I'm a-going away in the morning.
We have another well-known tune now from Italian Celtic band Contea. This is The March of the King of Laois. I've got a CD called Everything Changes sent in to us from an independent artist, Will Tang. An unusual album cover and some great songs, Will. I've picked a short harmonica instrumental to finish off this show, called appropriately Sundown. This is great.
Well, that's all we have time for on this show. Remember, you can find out more information about the artists and songs played on the show on our website at CelticRootsRadio.com. And if you're an independent artist and you'd like to hear your music played on this show, again, you'll find details on our website. That's CelticRootsRadio.com. Tune in again next week to Celtic Roots Radio. I'm Raymond McCullough, coming to you from Ireland. Slán agus Banagia.